Today we're at a house in Whitesboro, New York. This house was built in the 1950s, maybe early 60s, and it's a ranch, but with a large attic. And over time, the attic space was used for living spaces, so a couple bedrooms were added. When we were called in to look at this home, the homeowners' complaints were really high energy bills and really uncomfortable rooms. Very hot in the summer and so cold in the wintertime, and they were not looking forward to utilizing this space in this winter. Both of the homeowners are school teachers, and they found in 2020 that their home was not only going to be their office, their teaching place, but also the virtual school space for their children. And so their space at home became more important than ever, the comfort and the ability to utilize the space that they needed. So when we were called in, we took a look at the whole space, and we found that there was an attic space that could be insulated and utilized as living space, and we also found some bedrooms that needed some really intense insulation but will make a night and day difference for them once it's complete. Right now we're actually in that attic space. This is a gigantic space that could be utilized now for another bedroom, another living space, office space, both of which the whole entire family would need. We also found when we came into this space was that over the years, mold had built up on the underside of the roof deck. And a lot of that is based on moisture in the home, not enough ventilation, and the space essentially being ignored because it was not usable space at the time. The great thing about spray foam is not only is it going to insulate this perfectly, and it's also going to conceal that mold away from the homeowners. So the family doesn't have to worry about that mold anymore. The heat of the foam will kill the foam, but also the closed cell nature of the foam will seal that away from them for future use. So once they're finishing this space, they won't have that worry at all. They won't have the worry of the heat loss that they've been experiencing since living in the home, as well as the extreme heat that actually is generated from the solar gain of the roof deck being so open to the house. So when we're finished, they're going to have a space that they can utilize as new living space, and their upstairs bedrooms are going to be comfortable both winter and summer, and they'll be able to utilize the entire space going forward. At Standard, we combine using cellulose and foam. We want the best investment ratio for this homeowner. So if we can utilize a less expensive installation in certain areas, like the flat ceiling, and the foam where it's critical, then we can reduce the total cost of the project. That's going to make sure that we get what they need, but at the quickest return on investment, that ROI that we're always looking for. This part of the house had actually been finished at some point in the process, but it was only finished with paneling and some press board and a little bit of fiberglass. So what was happening is there was extreme heat loss and extreme heat gain in the summertime, and their daughter was living in this space, making it very difficult in the cold of the winter and the hot of the summer. What we wanted to show you is that we can actually remove this, insulate it, and reinstall a ceiling. So don't be scared if you have a finished space that's really struggling with the insulation and heat and cold of the room, because although this is scary, as soon as the sheetrock is put back up on this finished space, it'll be as great as it was beforehand and with pretty much limited interruption. So what happened was the ceiling was removed by the homeowner. We're spraying it and he's reinstalling the ceiling. And once this is complete, this is going to be an incredibly comfortable space for the girls to use for years to come. This homeowner actually qualified for the 50% program, which meant that they received $5,000 towards this project. They can expect to see at least a 50% reduction in energy costs and likely more. Not to mention they won't be fighting ice anymore, they won't be concerned with the hot summers and the cold winters anymore. The comfort of this is going to be incredible, and they're going to notice it immediately from day one. If you think you may qualify for one of our programs, or if you have a home like this that's in need of energy upgrades and insulation, don't hesitate to call us. We can offer free assessments, even virtual assessments if that's where you're comfortable. So call Standard Insulating or go to our website to get free information and start your journey with Standard and make your home more energy efficient, more comfortable, and a great space to live in.